What's up, boys? We're back! Back at the
We
desk.
are back indeed. Man, those shades, magician. I gotta tell you.
They're too small. They're too small for my
They're
face.
they're not. They actually they
are too
fit
small for my
perfectly.
face. No, they're way
But
too
that is
small
the
for my
point.
face.
Look, just, dude, have you looked at yourself?
I have myself
You gotta-
actually up on 3 monitors right now. I need to put some of these away. I have way too many versions of these webcams up on my screens right now. All right.
Yeah, I'm also seeing you multiple times. It's beautiful.
It's
Can't have enough
unfortunate,
magician
yeah.
in my life. No.
Gamers. We have 2 matches remaining in the tournament. We are going to see the first one right now. It will be Sweden against the Netherlands. Very important since they are both fighting for the illustrious prize pool that eclipsed the €300 mark earlier today. You can see the link in the chat if you want to pitch in on that. We would greatly appreciate it. And so the players who've been going all day, all week for like the past almost a month. We've been going for almost a month here, and they've been
It's
going
been
at
a
it
while.
hard. Yeah. If you, we're not gonna shut up about it. So hey, give us your funds. All right.
Yeah, there are a
We will
few
be
links in the
moving-
chat. You know, hard to miss.
Yeah, a couple are in there. We'll be going to the pick band phase hopefully pretty soon. Teams are already getting ready. The Netherlands and Sweden, both of them losing their matches in the semifinals, means they will now be going for 3rd place. I believe, yeah, Sweden got swept in a 4-0 by the English, who've been a force this entire tournament, and the Netherlands come from their match against the Denmark, who won. I believe it was 4-1. So they were strong in that as well. They took a map of them. You can see the matches down there in the lower left corner. And we
There we
will
go, and the
be-
bands are coming in. I think the picks are more important as well at first. Let's talk about that. So, Sweden has picked accuracy, and Netherlands has picked historical. So, is that what you expected, magician? What would you say?
That is actually exactly what I expected. I was asked about this just before the match, and I said, and this was my prediction that Sweden was going to go for Ag and the Dutch for historical. It's both teams have had success with the strategy in the past. Now we're going to see how it fares if we pit those 2 strategies against each other. We'll find out. We have if you want to go over the bans who are now on screen, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, definitely. So Netherlands has banned Mine, Laloon, and Pop Off from the accuracy pool. Who would have guessed? That is, I mean, I say that we had it happen that people actually banned stuff from their own pool that they picked, but they didn't this time. And we also have the bans for Team Sweden, who banned Through the Fire and the Flames, Pop Team Epic, and Cycle Hit. But it's sad about Cycle Hit. That is a great song, and honestly, that map is quite something. I would have loved to see that, especially like in a match where, the stakes are pretty much the second highest of the entire tournament. Doesn't get much more. It doesn't get much more extreme except for the exact match after this one. So
Yeah,
there's still some stuff to go.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Sorry, I turned into Logan there for a second. Oh my god, I love the CAC 2012 pick. This is such a good map. We get Kikis in the tournament, Ixen. Oh my god, I've waited years to say this. I'm so happy right now.
Yes.
So happy right now. And
After
the third
years
one
of suffering
will
and
be-
waiting,
yeah,
the time
man,
is here.
It's so good. To Live and Let Go will be 3rd pick by the Swedish. A snowy map played on the hard difficulty from the Ag pool.
So far, the picks are pretty much exactly how you would expect them to go, honestly. Netherlands going for Magnetism next. That map is scary as hell. We have seen it before. I think, which matchup was that? Was that Netherlands versus Denmark?
Which one?
I
On
think
what?
so. Magnetism.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, that map is like, it's something. It's hard
I
to
agree.
describe
Ah,
the
but
pain it inflicts
it's
on
good,
my
though.
soul.
It's good. It's good. I like it. I like it like that.
You like it?
I like pain.
You
I like the
like
pain.
playing it? Or you like
Hell
watching
yeah.
it?
No, I like.
Oh my
We
god,
talking
this
about
man.
magnetism? I like playing that map.
Oh
I
my
really
god.
like playing that map. I'm a
You're
Sweet
such a
Cheese fanboy.
Beat Saber boomer.
Yeah. 100%. So that will be the second pick for the Dutch team. So the
Indeed.
4 maps we're definitely going to see, if this turns out to be a clean sweep, will be Revolver, CAC 2012, To Live and Let Go, and then Magnetism as the possible last one of that 4-match series. We of course hope that it goes on for longer than that. That means we need more picks to come in. It will be Sweden again. It's their turn now. Let's see what they throw at us. I'd be guessing it's going to be more from the accuracy pool.
You think? That's a very bold.
I know.
Like I'm pretty sure they're gonna pick a historical map now, just to be funny.
Oh, so, honestly, them picking Egg is probably one of my hottest takes throughout the evening.
Definitely. Yeah, both teams are still like 1 pick to go. Basically, both can pick 1 more map, and then we are pretty much ready to go into the warm-up maps. I'm not sure if they actually submitted those already. I'm not sure like if they do it afterwards, but for now we still need picks. And we should get them in about a second.
People in chat confused who they're gonna root for. Hey, it's your decision, okay? But I'm not gonna influence anything. But go Dutch because Sweden swept Germany 4-0. So of course I don't want to say I'm biased or anything.
No, you're definitely not. I'm also never biased. Never happens. Right, Sweden did get their pick. They are picking, I don't know why, which is very likely. I actually like don't know this map, but yes, it is an accuracy map. Who would have guessed? And as a last pick, the Netherlands go for Acid Burst. Another, like, all of these historical maps, I think anyone who's played them and tried to play them when they were like still learning the game have memories, good and bad. Hopefully mostly good. Acid Burst being one of those. I personally actually like this map as well. I'm guessing Magician you do too because it's old.
Yep, you're right. You got me figured out.
Yeah. You know, if the map code is like 4 digits and below like a 5 or 3 digits, I think you are that's your game.
It's a pretty good
basically.
that's a pretty good observation, yeah. You could say it like that. Just give me any old map and I'm gonna like, oh, you caught me off guard without my gamer glasses.
Oh no. Glasses. Come put them on, okay. No one noticed. You gamer glasses. Can you even see anything with those?
No. I cannot.
Perfect. I mean, you don't need to see anything right now. We already have.
You just tell me everything that happens, and I'm gonna just go by the audio. That's all I need, anyways.
Yeah, I can do that because like so far nothing needs to happen because everything like information-wise is already at our hands. We know what is going to happen. We know who's gonna face up against one another.
The world is an open book for us.
Yes, we know everything.
Okay. But yeah, so with the pick ban phase now complete,
ready.
Yep, the players will be going in the match ready for their warm-up. We'll be swapping over to that as soon as that is ready. And then we're gonna get the match started. Hope you guys are excited for that. We definitely are. And I bet the players are too. Like, this is the last match of the tournament.
I mean, this is... Yeah. This is like...
They've gone all the way.
I said it before.
Go ahead.
It's important. I'm sorry for the interruptions, but I'm a bit hyped because like we are like after 3 weeks, starting March 11th, we have finally reached the point where we are at the finals. You know, yes, this is not grand finals yet. This is place for the third place, but still, this is important. It's gonna be hype. It's gonna be good, and we're about to be there.
Hey, out of 16 teams, we came all the way down here and made it to top 4. Only 2 matches left to decide who is going to take the crown and who's on the podium. We have the English, the Swedish, the Danish, and the Dutch. All from very close, actually, geographically as well.
That's true.
It's crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be getting into the match for third. We have the Swedish facing off against the Dutch. Only one team can take home part of the prize pool. Who is it going to be? We cannot wait to show you guys this one. It's going to be a doozy. You have your casters, Adam and Gilo, waiting in the casting couch, ready for you guys. Enjoy this one.
Chat, are you ready? The penultimate match. The fight for third place is about to start. The Dutch versus the Swedes. Are you guys ready? We're about to get into map number one. I hope you guys are as hyped as I am. This is one of the deciding matches. One of these teams is going to be taking home a chunk of that prize pool that you guys have been so graciously donating to the past few weeks. And we're already getting into map number one, Revolver. Adam, are you ready?
Hello chat, I sure am ready. Look at that, and we're already in the map. This has been the quickest intro to the tournament I've ever seen probably. Look how quick that is.
Yeah, we try to get straight in as soon as the desk are done, giving everyone the info that they need, and we're getting into the accuracy map that the Swedes have.
Yeah, you know, let's be real. No one really cares about desk. It's us they care about, right? So it kind of makes sense we skip. But we are in the first map, Revolver now. Accuracy map, but I'd say it is a pretty speedy accuracy map. It also, the entire beginning is sort of flicks, I'd call them probably, with only one hand, and those I found super difficult to act on. So definitely a demanding beginning for these teams. So let's look how they deal with this.
I mean, we know that the Swedes are very, very strong when it comes to accuracy. The entire act pool has been their strong suit for the majority of the tournament, and as you can see, they are very, very strong here, holding above a 0.1 lead over the Dutch team right now. However, Ferb is currently contesting Small Fox for the top act, the 98.5-ish, whereas Clau and Filet are both currently beating the other two Dutch players, Yabier and Shi.
Yeah. But, I mean, we see really, really impressive accuracies on all teams. Even the Sheep, I think the lowest accuracy, yeah, indeed, the lowest accuracy from these 6 players, still a 98.35. That is such a high accuracy, but you sort of expect that at this stage, don't you?
Exactly, yeah. I mean, these players, yeah, they're nothing to scoff at. Even if they are the lowest of the 6 here, it's still an incredible score that tops most players that play this game and that play these maps. And obviously, every score counts because we're using the average here, as you can see. Even though Ferb is currently beating 2 of the Swedes, Small Fox is holding that 98.8 very, very consistently as we get past the halfway point of the map, meaning that the Swedes are holding a very, very, very consistent lead right now.
Yeah, those flicks are back again.
Yeah, the flicks are difficult to act. It's possible to act, however, it's a lot harder to act than the rest of the map. So we do see some players dropping down and act a little bit there. As we get into, I'm pretty sure, the last drop right now. These crossovers are a little bit funky to act. You can kind of miss position on them and drop quite easily. However, all these players seem to be very, very consistent and very, very solid on that skill set right there. Ferb currently still around that 98.7. Yeah, but not Ferb, sorry. Small Fox is just doing incredibly. There you go. As the map ends, he's been holding that 98.8 the entire time. Whereas Ferb did drop down a little bit, although it was very impressive to see Ferb standing up to Small Fox for a sizable portion of the map. But with that would potentially be map number 1 out of the way.
There still is a possibility for a replay. However, I don't feel like it would be a good idea, would it?
No. I don't think the Netherlands will use their replay this early on. Yeah,
and they do not.
The no replay call has been called, so map number 1 will be going to the Swedes. And we will be moving on to map number 2, which Let me just have a quick
Will be
look.
the
It-
historical map pool indeed. So switching a bit,
Yes.
it's gonna be a bit faster and a lot more techy if I remember correctly. Seeing as, I'm actually unsure which map we're gonna be seeing now, but all I remember is
we'll
I
have a look.
feel like it's gonna be one
we're
of the
seeing
historical
CAC
techy maps.
2012. We're seeing CAC 2012,
Ah,
which,
there we
if
go.
I remember right,
Yeah.
is a bit of a classic. Let me have a look and see if I can get any info. I remember the map. I've played it. I've played so many maps in my time that I cannot remember specifically what this one is like. Let me have.
Yeah, we've also just seen it, haven't we, in the match of Sweden against England?
This map, no. The historical
Oh.
pool wasn't picked between.
Oh right,
Sweden.
okay, yeah. Oh,
It might have been
okay, I know
the
why.
Netherlands versus Denmark match.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
true.
this is a map mapped by Kiki's, which Magician was very, very happy to hear about. It's quite a short song, only 2 minutes 30. However, if I'm looking at
It is
the
incredibly
difficulty
techy.
and everything, yeah, incredibly techy. It's looking at is that 10 notes a second if we're on the Expert Plus. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on for these players to enjoy. But I'm definitely excited because I mean, Kiki's maps are always incredible. This is one of the old codes as well. This is when they were back in the 3 digits. We've got E72. So
Yeah, so it was a long time ago.
I'm hyped.
Also, I
Yeah.
just want to say I really love these historical map pools, both in Swiss stage and in playoffs now. I just enjoy playing them before I cast and then watching them or casting them as well, because they are just such a good memory to sort of look back to the past when I started Beat Saber, and these maps were like normal maps you'd play on the daily basis. And now seeing them in a map pool just called historical, that is just insane in my opinion. Like, I love that.
Yeah, it's for saying for any players who did play around that time, it is like a very nice nostalgia trip. It takes you back to the maps that you obviously used to play, like you said. These were the standard. You see things like the TTFAF. There's a Squeaksies map in here too, which I'm excited to see potentially. Squeaksies as well. Someone like he has incredible mapping style. All of his maps are very unique, and they were the standard back in the day. And then obviously mapping's evolved. Mapping's gotten more consistent, more interesting. But it's always nice to go back and appreciate where everything started. Which I'm glad that the historical pool has gotten quite a lot of usage over the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, definitely, and I feel like it's going to be a trend we're going to be seeing more often now, because I feel like everyone's enjoying those historical maps, so I feel like we're going to be seeing more and more historical maps in future tournaments, which I absolutely love, because as I said, I adore that map pool. It is just so good. Like, great job to the map poolers. The entire map pool for both Swiss and playoffs is incredible, but I definitely give a highlight to those, to that historical map pool. It's just insane. One map I want to highlight from it, for me, would be Cycle Hit, because Cycle Hit was the first Beat Saber video I've ever seen. It's a video by Orange W, I feel like, and I remember sending like a bunch of messages into the casters chat when I played it and being like, oh my god, this is the first map I've ever seen. I'm sure you remember as well. It's such a good map. It's so fun.
I remember Cycle Hit very fondly. I mean, there's been multiple Cycle Hit maps since then, so
yeah,
that's one song that's always kind of stuck with us. It's one of the many that kind of has had those remaps and those recreations that some people love, some people hate, but there's always interesting like recreations of them.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
we are getting into CAC 2012 Ultimate Medley, mapped by Kiki's and Mystic Mole. That's a name I've not seen on maps in a while. Mystic was another very old mapper. I think he still maps, but not as much as he used to. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually
very
unsure.
interested
I'm really bad when it comes to map names. And there was a miss already by Sheep and Lucas right in the beginning. Smallfox as well
The
missing.
entirety of Sweden just missed it in the first section. Everyone's on one miss spot from Mitchell and Colin. Remember, this map is quite short, so those misses are going to be detrimental. These players need to act up incredibly quickly if they want to stand up against the Dutch team right now. But yeah, the Dutch, they did pick the historical pool, and they picked this map first for a reason. They look very, very strong on this. Mitchell does pick up his first miss, however, Cooling is still on a 955.
It is a map Cooling you'd expect Cooling to be good on, because Cooling has a very specific map type, doesn't he?
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, just look at that accuracy, 94.7 with a miss and climbing. That is incredible.
I mean, you can really see the age of this map when you see paths like that. There's like dot sliders along the bottom road. Those were very common back with some very old maps. Specifically, I think they were also in like Osu Memories and multiple maps. They are the bane of my existence. I could never act them, even when I used to play them back in the day, and I still can't.
Also, I feel like back in the days, you'd be happy you passed the song. People wouldn't really care about accuracy as much.
The high acc that people get these days wasn't a thing back then. Speaking of accuracy, Sweden seems to be struggling quite a lot right now. 2 of their players are on 10. All 3 of their players are on 10 plus misses. Lucas dropping down to 15. All players are either below an SS or on a 90% when it comes to smallpox. Whereas the Dutch are holding very well. The lowest acc that they've got is just a low 93. However, that is miles ahead of Sweden right now, which means that unless there's a miracle that happens for the Swedes right now, then it is at this point going.
Yeah, I also
Dutch.
don't think I've seen any misses or anything like that, so definitely not a replay for Sweden.
I doubt.
Oh, look at those dots. That's something I wanted to highlight from this map, but I kind of forgot about it. Look at those dots there. They just... Why? What was the thought process behind those dots? I didn't get it.
I don't know. I think it was that type of noise that nowadays you see in like very fast jump sections or very like intense streams. Back then, if you heard a very like hectic noise, dustpan was the best way to do it. I say best way.
Yeah.
It was the most fitting way. I personally like.
I think it was the only known way.
Yes. Yeah. Which is why it's like I said in Osu Memories, and I'm pretty sure in like Freedom Dive as well. There are
definitely.
Yeah. There was a lot of dot spam when those types of sounds came up.
Yeah, I feel like Freedom Dive is such a good example. I'm glad you mentioned it, because that map, I feel like it's one of the more known historical maps in my opinion. You know, you could probably before this tournament, if you came up to me and said, I don't know, Pop Team Epic, I wouldn't know which map you mean. I couldn't picture that map, but when you say Freedom Dive, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think a lot of people know about like Freedom Dive. Pop Team Epic was a classic map to a lot of people. However, a lot less well known than, let's say, for example, the ones where you hear the name and you know exactly what you're getting into, like TTFAF, RCTTS, Freedom Dive, Cycle Hit, things like that. But yeah, there was no replay called from the I was about to say Swiss. Jesus Christ. I just pulled a Denya. There was no replay called from the Swedes, so we will be moving on to map number 3, To Live and Let Go, picked by the Swede team. I can't speak today.
And there we go.
We have a couple of different players coming in. From the Dutch, we have Ferb calling in Yabio. And then from the Sweden team, we have Filet, Clow, and Smallfox.
All of these players have already played in this match, however, not the last map, because there have been a bunch of swaps. For players,
they're letting everyone get a try, a try at playing. I mean, this is an important match, so it's nice to have everyone get their input into the outcome of it. Yeah,
definitely. Also, can I point out one thing? When I was playing the map pools for both Swiss and playoffs, I noticed how many of those songs are still ranked. It feels kind of odd to have those maps ranked.
There are a lot of old maps that did get deranked, especially some lesser known ones. Like the ones that I can think of are like I found this in my trash can. I think that's like the main one I think of, but it has like snakes. so it's like a slider, but it was like
Yeah.
7 blocks long. Things like that they ended up getting rid of. Yeah, Your Voice. So some classics got unranked, but a lot of older maps that a lot of people know of still stay ranked to this day.
Yeah, for me, the one map to highlight would be Sleep Paralysis.
Oh god,
If you know which one I mean.
Yeah, I know exactly the map.
Actually, Cooling has a really good score on it. I'm actually pretty sure it's the top score on it.
I would not be surprised if he holds the top score on that, honestly. That is something that he would be capable of keeping. Yeah,
Exactly.
we are moving on
and
to map
one of the
number-
few players.
Oh. Yeah. We are moving on to map number 3, Snowy's Live and Let Go, an all-time low song, so it's going to be a jammer. However, surprisingly, the Dutch seem to be holding a steady lead in the intro here. At least a 0.1 gap. However, Team Sweden are holding pretty well, and the Dutch seem to be dropping down as this map carries on. So it's still could go either way.
Look at Smallfugs and Ferb. Look at those accuracies. Ferb now falling below a 98.9, but Smallfugs almost
Smallfugs
on
is
that
almost
99.
I mean, he's a crazy player, and he's showing it here. You know what to expect from him. However,
With
Yabio and
default
Ferb are
sabers.
both holding very, very well. They're both holding like
Yeah.
a 98.8 higher. Well, Ferb's on a 98.9 now. Ferb is mirroring Smallfox, even beating him now. Whereas Clow and Philae are a little bit behind, meaning that the team average is a little bit lower than what they'd like. However, that gap between the two teams is so small right now, 0.03. It can still go either way. Everything rides on how these players hit every single individual note. They've got to act their heart out through this entire song to be able to keep this. The Dutch are kind of taking it away only by a little bit. There's still such a small gap there.
Yeah, let's see how this pans out, because now we're reaching the halfway mark. And the scores are essentially equal. Look at that Smallfugs on a 99! What is this?
Ferb just hit a
And
99
Ferb as well!
2 players on a 99 right now. Smallfox has just dropped a little bit below. Cooling is currently on a nice 98.6, hovering around the same as what Philae is holding, whereas Clow has climbed up to a 98.7, mirroring Yabie right now. Both of these teams have mirrors on the other side in terms of AC. However, the Dutch have a slight edge right now. However, it's so slight that the gap is ever so tiny. 0.3, 0.2, 0.02, 0.01. Are we about to get the tides turn? Are we about to get the Sweden
I don't think
team
so.
having a lead? We've crossed the halfway point, so from this point on, I say from this point on, but this entire thing has been so close, and it's even closer now. Come on, Sweden. If Sweden are to lose one of their own picks, then it would be detrimental to their efforts because they would have to use a replay. However, they have just taken the lead ever so slightly. As we get to the last
So
quarter
close!
of the map, it's
It's not even
0.01.
moving those accuracies. They're just all holding their accuracies.
All of these players are so consistent. The Dutch team have dropped down ever so slightly, giving the Swedes ever so slightly. However, it can still go either way. The 3 players, Smallfox, Clout, and Philae, still need to act their heart out for the remainder of this song, or else the Dutch can potentially take this away from them. 0.02, 0.03 now. The Dutch are falling ever so slightly below. Cooling is dropped down to a 98.55. Ferb is still mirroring Smallfox. Yabie is still mirroring Clout ever so slightly. Oh my god.
And we're so
It's
close
so
to
close.
the ending, look at
We're in,
that.
we're in the last few seconds. The gap is still ever so small. If there's going to be a replay on one of their opponent's maps, the Dutch would definitely use it around here. And that is a point difference of what, 600 points is that? Around 600
I
points.
think so, yeah. Wow.
Incredible.
That
Incredible
is
performance from the
barely
Dutch.
anything.
And the Swedes there. That was amazing.
Let's see if they call a replay.
Also, while we're waiting on the replay call, I have news from Ryan to comment on. We do have a €100 donation that just came in during that song. So I don't know if I got the name of who did that. However, whoever it was,
We didn't.
thank you very much. It just had a smiley face. Okay, to whoever smiled €100 into the prize pool, thank you very much. The players will definitely appreciate that. Whoever wins this and will be getting a small chunk of that, so I'm sure they'll be very happy when they find out that pool has jumped up to a €400. So
That
thank
is
you
a
very
lot
much.
of monies.
It is
Also,
always
I
nice
mean,
to see.
those players definitely deserve them. Like, they absolutely
Yes.
deserve every single euro in that, because they have been working so hard for the past 3 weeks, I think so? Yeah.
Yes, 3
They have been
weeks.
just... It's just
Yeah.
been so long.
3 weeks of
and,
the actual tournament and then qualifiers as well.
Yeah, qualifiers as well, definitely. Look at that, no replay called.
That means that the Team Sweden will be taking their second point. They're trading maps right now, which is expected at this point. They do pick their strongest maps at the start of the match, so I reckon things will get a lot closer as we move through the map pool. However, that means we'll be moving on to map number 4, which I was talking about a little bit when we were talking about the historical maps. We will be moving on to Magnetism, Squeaksy's map that if anyone played some old maps, you'll definitely recognize this. It's a classic, and I'm really excited to see how these players perform on it because it has a very unique style. A lot of Squeaksy's maps have this, I would say, gimmick, but I don't think that's the right way to put it, where you try and you don't reset, basically. Everything flows very well between notes. I mean, I say flows very well. It does flow, however, it still has that 2018, 2019 touch of scuff to it. So it flows, but it's a little bit awkward to hit sometimes. So I am really excited to see if these players can all FC this or if they accidentally struggle somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this was the last song I played from the historical map pool, and I expected really bad flow, as you expect from any historical map. However, I just really enjoyed this map because of how good the flow was. Like, there was actual flow. It was like super enjoyable, that map. So yeah, I mean, great map in my opinion. I'm looking forward to seeing it now, and we are gonna be seeing those blurs just in a second.
And here we go. Players are in TA. We're getting ready. I'm really excited. I've not heard this song in a long time, so I'm very excited to hear this.
Yeah. It is short. It is very short.
It is a very, very short map.
Yeah. It's like, what, a minute 40? Yeah, it's a minute 43. That is
so
nothing. Scan those QR codes.
Yeah. Huh?
Did we just get a new dono?
We just got another donation. I think the name is actually here. It's not a smile this time. Ika. Apparently with 115 euros into the pool. I can get that confirmed. However,
that is
thank you
good
very,
accuracy.
very much for that. That is an incredible amount. Thank you very much for the support for these players. These guys don't obviously know that the pool has just increased by over 200 euros in this match, so they're going to be very excited. Whoever takes third place will hear about that, and they'll be very happy to know that their efforts have been rewarded.
And there they are.
We've got a miss. We've got a miss coming out from Cooling, giving Team Sweden about a % lead. However, they're closing that gap very quickly. It's Cooling. He climbs very quickly, and this type of tech is something that he can act extremely well.
Yeah. Also, this is Netherlands pick.
Yes, this is Netherlands pick, and they have taken it back. Chromia
there we go. Chromia misses, and that does shift. That does shift the score closer to the Netherlands. However, I saw another miss there from Sheep. Still winning though, because Chromia is missing so much. 5 misses already, below a 99. However, climbing quickly.
Misses.
That doesn't mean that the Netherlands are not in the lead. They are in the lead by almost an entire %. That's gonna be hard to recover now, because also Smallfox missed once just there.
Yeah, I think that is kind of the end of this map, because as you said, it's a very short map. We're already in the last quarter of the map, and with a 1.5% gap, 2% now actually, as Lucas has missed. In fact, all players have missed. No one picked up 1 miss, Sheep has picked up 2. Cooling has been climbing after that first miss earlier, climbing up to a 95.8, whereas Chromia seems to be struggling a lot, down to an 89. Lucas is still holding a 95.5, and Smallfox has missed 4, now dropping in below a 94%. I think that does sentence the end for Team Sweden on this map.
Chromia on 10 misses in the end.
That's incredible. I mean, you can see what I mean. The map does flow, but it is very, very awkward to flow through.
Yeah,
you've got to
that's a good way to call it. Yeah,
you got to be you got to be prepared for it in order to be able to hit it. Which some of these players obviously were not as prepared as they would have liked. However, it's always fun to see. It's always fun to see no FCs across the board.
Yeah.
Because then it really is just a case of where did you miss and how well can you act up after that miss.
Definitely, I was not expecting that miss from Cooling this early on. However, he seemed to recover so well. As you said, Cooling is known for being able to climb so much after a miss, and he climbed up to what, a 96, a 96.8? No, 90, a 95.8.
It was around a
96.8,
maybe towards a 96. Oh god, hold on.
Yeah, 96.8 would be just incredible. Bless you. Chat, can you get some bless yous in chat? Some bless yous in chat, please. Come on.
I had gotten rid of this cold that I had seemed to have taken to Italy for the first week, and it seems to have come back for the last day, so...
Oh, man. Yeah.
That's great.
My voice also isn't doing too well because of the allergies. The chat, allergies are here. It is indeed allergy season. That is horrible.
Hay fever's coming back. It's great. Can't wait.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Can't
as
wait.
far as I know, yeah. So Sweden has not called a replay, which means that we will be moving on to map number 5, which is, as far as I know, I don't know why. Another thing that I don't know why is I don't know why Magician is twerking in my room. You guys can't see it because obviously you can see the desk cameras.
Hold up.
The corner of my,
I want to see
see him throwing it back.
Hold up. I didn't see it. Come on, Magician. There we go. Chat, you do not want to see this, trust me. Nah.
So we can't clip it. It's not on stream. He's not even here.
Chat. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, you don't want to, you need to, I don't think you do.
Hold on. I'm getting myself acquainted with what we're about to see. We're about to see I Don't Know Why, mapped by General Dumbass, which is on the slower side of the Ag ball. It's around 3.3 notes per second, so not super fast. Very Agable, yeah. Very, very movie. A lot of movement from these players. However, I reckon that Team Sweden will hopefully be able to show their strength once again, as they always have on these previous ACK maps.
So the highest score in this map is actually Maddie's 98.98, which is just insane accuracy.
Ah, okay. I wonder if we'll see a 99 coming out from potentially Small Fox, potentially Ferb. Ferb has been holding
potentially
very
both.
Well. Yeah, if we see 2 99s, that would be incredible. However, if the top score is below a 99, I find that hard to see, let's say.
Yeah. There we go. The map has started. It's I think I'd call this a pop song. So yeah, I feel like there's dancey patterns in it. Yeah.
Oh man, that ag difference is ever so close. Although Ferb is on a 99-1. Yabia is on a 99 as well.
Wow.
Smallface is also on a 99-1. All of these players are on a very, very high 98/99, which you can see mirrored by the team averages. Both teams are on a 98.9 average. Sweden ever so slightly dropping down as the map gets into the first chorus. However, it's still so close. Like map number 3, this can still go either way. Like you can see right now, they're trading it back and forth.
It's shuffling so much. Look at that. Oh, those patterns. Man, I love them. Wow. Yeah, those patterns. I completely forgot about them, but damn, were they fun to hit. Trust me.
After these horizontals, you do see that Team Sweden has taken an ever so slight lead, giving them a 0.06 lead right now. Also, quick note, thank you Sandra Henriksen, apologies, for the €20 donation to the prize pool. I very much appreciate it, and I know the players will as well. Thank you very much. We're getting to the halfway point of this map. The Dutch team have climbed up ever so slightly. The gap is 0.01 right now. As we get to the halfway point of the map, both teams are climbing, but as we go into the chorus, it seems like if we go off the
There
first
is
chorus,
no gap.
the Dutch team were ever so slightly weaker on this. However, it doesn't look like it as they're trading back and forth right now.
Wow.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's
as
so
I
close.
said, there is absolutely no gap. To the people who said accuracy is boring on tournaments,
Yeah,
defend your
accuracy is
point,
never boring
please.
When you have this, it's never boring when you have this caliber of player.
exactly.
I mean, just look at that gap. Look at that gap. It is not grown past like 0.05 since the start of the map. These players are very well matched. I don't think we could have had better teams matched against each other for the third place match this season.
Look at that, Yabia now has the highest accuracy of the Netherlands. That was quite unexpected. I thought Ferb was gonna take it, but no, Yabia is acting the best out of the Dutch.
Yabye and Ferb are currently neck and neck, where Small Fox is ever so slightly behind Matty's score with a 98.97. We're going into the
Now,
last
can
quarter
he
of the
ack
map.
up to a 99? That is my question.
There's
Because we
still
saw him
chance.
ack him up. We did see him acting up on the hard dance part, so maybe, perchance.
Oh! The Netherlands have just taken back the lead! The Netherlands have just taken
Are
back
they
the
gonna
lead
take it?
The 2 seconds of the map! No!
I think so. I think the Netherlands are gonna take this map.
Oh no!
I don't want to jinx it, but
Oh no! Oh my god!
and they do. I think they
Oh my
did
god!
not.
Wait!
They did not take the map, or did they? I cannot see.
No, Team Sweden
It is
just playing the last-
over now.
200
It is Sweden who take it.
200 points!
Wow.
On an ACMA with... It's just 3v3! It's a 3v3!
I genuinely
A
thought-
200 point gap is the one you see in a 1v1! Sorry, go on.
I genuinely
Oh
thought
my god.
the Netherlands are gonna take it, but then Sweden just came in and absolutely stole that score from the Netherlands. That was just incredible. Look at that, the difference being 215 points. Wow.
I did not expect. I like I said, I knew that these players were very like evenly matched, and that as the match went on, they'd get closer and closer. But I didn't expect it to be that close. 200.
This feels like a match with Germany. Like any match with
It
Germany.
does.
I think me and Magician agreed that any Germany match just gives you really good content, but this is just
They've just
insane.
That was incredible. I really want to see if
Yeah.
the Netherlands will replay here. I can imagine. No replay, so they are giving
No
Sweden that
replay.
victory, which is very well deserved. That does mean that Sweden has 3 points. That is match point right now, as this is a best of 7. Unless they've changed it, in which case I did not know. It's a best of 7, which means that Sweden is currently on a match point, as we will be moving on to map number 6, which is the Netherlands pick.
So
Oh
big
my
pressure
God.
on the Netherlands. However, it is their map. So if they win this, we're gonna be seeing a tiebreaker. In which case, which map will you think we're gonna be seeing? Or which map would you want to be seeing?
I'd like to see the tech pool, honestly, and I reckon
The tech
that
pool.
I feel like if the Dutch are picking the pool, then we'll definitely see the tech pool. However, Team Sweden might take the Joker pool. I don't think we'll see speed. That's the one that I don't think we'll see. However, I could be
Yeah, I
completely
think
wrong
so.
on that.
I mean, I think I'd actually prefer to see speed, just because I prefer speed over tech. I'm sorry, but I do. However, the Joker map pool, in my opinion, is just... it is better. It just has
The Joker
such
pool is
good
an
map.
interesting one.
Yeah, because it has Spoiled Little Brat. It's just such a good map. I want to see it.
It does have spoiler.
I wanna see Spoiled Little Brat.
That would be a crazy tiebreaker to see.
It
for,
would,
the-
yeah.
the battle for third place. But yeah, like you said, this is the last map from the pick ban phase. Can the Dutch take this to a tiebreaker, or are Team Sweden going to take a? I was going to say decisive, but it wasn't really decisive. It's fucking close with a 4-2. Whichever
That
way
was
this
incredible.
goes, both of these teams really deserve third place because that was incredible, just from that one map alone. But these players have been
Yeah.
playing their heart for the past 2 weeks.
And probably a bit longer, because qualifiers, as
Yeah,
you said in the beginning,
qualifiers as
you
well
need to
as just
prepare for those
practice.
as well. Yeah. Also, this map was just, it was incredibly close. All also, both teams still have their replays, so we might just see a
They
replay
do.
called right now, because if you're not gonna call it now, then when are you gonna call it?
I think that, yeah, potentially, regardless of the outcome, we'll see a replay here. Definitely from the Dutch. However, Team Sweden might save it for the tiebreaker, depending on how close this is. It all depends on how these 6 players perform. Excuse me, on this map, Acid Burst, which is a
I don't know why
absolute
we're
classic.
seeing. I don't know
love
why.
this map.
It is
we
such a
went there,
classic,
loved
yeah.
it. But yeah, I love Acid Burst. It's an incredible map. Incredible song as well. Absolute jammer. And if it's the one that I think it is, it's a little bit interesting to act. Yep.
It is
We've
the
got
Iraqi
old
map.
style of sliders. Some of Iraqi's maps are very classic for these very spread out sliders, which are quite difficult to act and very easy to pick up a miss on. However, it doesn't seem like Team Netherlands care.
Wow.
2 of those players are on a 98. Third was on a 99.
What is that accuracy?
Is that the right?
That can't be right.
Is that? No, it's not updating.
Nah, there's no way that's right. Yeah, no.
Half the players aren't updating. Okay, never mind.
Huh. That is lucky.
Hack
map,
You have 3 players on a
real.
96. This map is also quite short as well. It's, I think, just over 2 minutes, similar to the other historical maps that we've been seeing. So, not a lot of time to, excuse me, recover from a miss.
Bless you.
As you say.
Bless you once again.
Apologies, chat. Oh man. But yeah, the 3
Okay, now,
players we can see are on FCs.
I saw a miss on Team
whereas
Netherlands.
There's a miss on Ferb's side. You can see those bars on his combo have gone. I think that's the only miss that we've seen though, which would suggest that Team Sweden potentially have the lead right now. We can't tell for sure.
We can't tell. But, judging off of
don't
misses,
know.
yeah, I do think so.
Man, God, this is bringing me back. Iraqi sliders are hell, but they're so fun to play now. Oh, there we go.
We
one's
have
picked up
correct
2
players
misses,
now.
Everyone else is on an FC, which means that Team Sweden has a lead of 0.6.
That is a big lead, wow.
Clow is their lowest
Look,
score
the map is also
95.9.
ending. It's gonna end really soon.
Yeah.
I forgot how short it is.
Oh my god.
There we go.
So, I mean,
96.1.
with that, Team Sweden's potentially taken this. If I mean, we're definitely going to see a replay from the Netherlands right now.
Yeah.
So we will be seeing that map
Immediately
again.
called a
If they
replay.
yeah. So there we go. They do have a second chance here, but however, the stakes are against them, as Team Sweden had a very good score there. 3 FCs,
They
all
did.
very solid ag from the 3 players, which means that a single miss coming out from any of the Dutch players will spell the end of their run in the EUC tournament.
And there will
I don't
definitely
know.
be some celebrations on Team Sweden
know
because
if-
they.
Sorry, go on. I was just going to say I don't know if they
Uh,
can, I don't know if they can close that gap.
yeah, that's true. I mean, those 2 misses are a lot, but I'm looking at those accuracies and the difference is around 10,000 points, which that is 2.5 misses in it.
20.
So,
20,000 points.
oh, 20,000 actually, yeah.
20,000 point gap, which is a huge gap. I think Nolan had 2
Yeah.
misses. However, a 20,000 gap is around 5 misses.
Yeah,
So
I wonder if they're
that is
going
an
to change
incredible gap
players.
to close.
I wonder if they're going
They might
to
do.
switch some players. Because I feel like that is the thing to do. Anyways, as I was saying, never
no,
mind,
they're
they do
not
not
players.
change players. Okay. Interesting. They want the short break. The Team Netherlands does want a short break. Fair enough. I mean,
Which is understandable.
this map is
The-
really hard when it comes to to stamina.
The pressure is on as well. Because, like
Yeah.
we said, this is their final chance to keep themselves in the 3rd place match and potentially move it to a tiebreaker. I mean, incredible performance from Team Sweden, though. They performed incredibly well on that map. For saying it's not their pick and potentially not their strong suit, they did do incredibly well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Right, chat, there's a thing I want to show you. I don't know if you pay attention to my camera a lot, or you don't. I feel like you don't, but there is something different about my background. I got a new plant in my room, I think yesterday. Look,
I think
no blur. Look at that, new plant right there.
Sick.
Real.
Plants
It is
in the
such
room
a cool plant.
are always cool. I need a plant for my room. I don't have a plant. All I have is this guy. I still
How do you
haven't-
not have a plant? I have like
Chat,
5.
Chat. I've had this guy since New Year's. I haven't named him because I can't figure out a name for him. What should this guy be called? I saw Hubert. Hubert's not a bad name.
It sounds kinda... It sounds pretty British, I like it.
Any
Okay,
name?
let's see.
British? Hubert isn't
Rocker
British.
time. It is!
Rocker time.
Camellia.
I see 2 rocker times.
Robert.
Camellia.
I see
Harold,
Robert. I like
Greg.
Robert. Harold.
I have another plush that I don't have with me right now, but it's a machine called Craig. So Craig is off the table.
Craig. Does he on that list?
Huh?
Does he on Craig's list?
Oh my god. No, he's not, unfortunately.
That was so worth it.
Okay, hold on.
Sweden 10th
I'm
seed,
seeing-
guys, remember.
I'm
I think that's such a good name for your plushie, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, I've seen a lot of different names here. I've seen 2 rocket times. I've seen a Ryan, a Geo, Bernard. I've seen a couple of Bernards actually. Robert, Bob. Oh fuck. There's
Tomei.
A lot of good
Just name him
options that I've
Tomei.
not thought of.
Alright,
I'll try and
I
figure it
think
out.
we're gonna finish that in the next match, the grand final. So let's not get
How about this?
ahead of ourselves.
How about this? Whoever wins this decides the name. So if Team Sweden wins, we'll call him Rocket Time. If Team Sweden wins, if the Dutch win, we'll call him.
What's a Dutch name?
We'll call him Bernard, I think. Unless any Dutch people in chat can
I
give
feel
me a Dutch name. That'll remember.
I feel like
'cause
if you
want to
go Dutch, I feel like if you really want to go Dutch, you'd call it like No Hills or something like that. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't think of any. Yeah, that's why he's not had a name for like 3 months, because I can't think of a name for him. Yeah, Rocket Time or
It is
Bernard,
hard.
depending on who wins this. It is a hard thing to do.
All right, let's go. We see
Here we
green
go,
lights,
replay
and
of map number 6.
as we know from-
green.
and
Green
what does
doesn't
green
go.
mean?
Green means go. Final chance for the Dutch players to stay in the tournament and potentially get a chunk of that prize pool that you guys have so graciously upped by over €250 in the past hour. So
Yeah, no stream sync.
yeah, the stakes are, oh my god, that bar just went up and down, up and down. I don't want to say too much.
wait.
I really don't.
Wait, so we had stream sync. This is the worst stream sync I've seen in my life. What is this?
I've seen
What
worse.
is going
I've seen
on?
much worse. As we
Well,
get to
I feel like
the way
it's still
through,
better than no
teams-
stream sync.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. And also, all 6 streams are working, which is always a nice thing. We always take that for granted. Oh my god.
Oh, it's
It's
shuffling
so
again.
close. They're doing it again. If any of these players miss, then the other team is going to take this, because both teams are performing above what they had before. Remember, the score to beat,
Yeah.
well, the act to beat is a 96-1. So both of these teams are above right now. Sweden is kind of running away with it with 96.35 average. However,
Wow,
the Dutch
that is
slowly
such a
climbing
good
up.
accuracy.
How are they
Wow,
climbing so
look at
fast?
that. Yeah, both teams climbing fast, but I feel like the Netherlands just climbed a bit faster. And there's a miss! She misses!
She missed! No!
This could just destroy the Netherlands' chance. I feel like it did. Well, I mean,
I think
anyone
it has. I
on
think
team-
If someone on Team Sweden misses now, then it all relies on the Dutch team climbing up. Lucas missed!
and Lucas
Oh
missed.
no! Team Sweden is on
Wow.
that average! The Netherlands have got to climb
that,
point
both
1
teams are
in
on that
a quarter
96.
map. Come on!
There isn't much
Come
of the
on.
song left.
Oh my god. They've got to climb point 2 in such a small amount of time. I don't think it's possible. I don't think the Dutch can do it.
Yeah, it feels.
They can't do it.
I mean,
No,
The only thing that can save Team Netherlands is a miss from Team Sweden.
Even then, the original score is much higher than what the Dutch have right now. They had to beat a 9-6-1.
That is
even
true,
if
yeah.
Sweden performed worse, and unfortunately, they haven't done it. Which means that is a incredibly big GG to Team Netherlands, as they are now out of the tournament in 4th place, meaning that we have our first podium position decided. 3rd place will be going to Team Sweden, which is a
Here we go, chat.
well, incredible performance from both these teams. Both of them deserved it as much as each other, and oh my god, it's just incredible.
It was insane.
Yeah, incredible. Big GGs to both of these teams. Congratulations, Sweden, on getting 3rd place and a nice chunk of that prize pool. Reminder as well. I'm gonna do it again. Hold on. I'm gonna put ! donate in chat. We only have one more match left, so if you guys want to increase that prize pool for these players, Team Sweden now. If you want to donate to Team Sweden specifically, if you put some money into that prize pool, they will be getting that. So you can let your favoritism show now. However, we still have one more match left. We still have the match between Denmark and England for 1st and 2nd place. The current prize pool is, I think it's like 535.
I think it's
I can
less.
get someone to. It's 535 euros. So, and the split for these players is 1st place gets 50% of that pool, split between the players. 2nd place gets 30%, and Team Sweden will be getting 20% of that pool. But with that
is a lot of money.
Unless you have anything else to add,
Definitely
go back
not.
to the desk. Oh, okay. Never mind. Hold on. We've got to wait. We've got Magician.
Well, I do have
on the
something to add
socials.
in that case.
You have something to add? Okay, go on.
Yeah, so you know what it means. Sweden won. You know what that means. We found a name for your pet. Well, plushie. That's what I want to say. Pet-ish.
Chat. I'd like to introduce you to Rocket Time. Nurse collection to my room.
That is such a good name. Rocket Time.
There we go. I'm gonna give him like a clock. I know what I should do. I need to buy like an alarm clock and put it in front of him. So then anytime I need to wake up, I can. He starts ringing and I go, oh fuck, Rocket Time. I gotta jump up and turn it on.
That is beautiful. With that, chat, that's it from us. For now, we're gonna be here for the grand finals, which is the next match. However, before that, we're gonna be seeing the desk for one last time. Ixon and Magician here waiting. So let's go. There they are.
See you guys back here.
Yo!
Hey, chat! Hey,
What a
chat, how
match
you
that
guys-
was!
Dude, I went the amount of emotions I went through here just watching that from the sidelines. Jesus Christ!
It was.
That
it was
back and forth
insane.
on I believe the second last map. Oh my god!
It was like the last 4 matches, I think, where they just kept like the same accuracy the entire time. And you know, there is something that actually chat missed, which was your reactions. I saw the reactions, and frankly, I agreed with every single movement you made.
Yeah.
Seriously, it was insane,
Yeah,
bro.
I was I was jumping around my room. Yeah, I could not. It's crazy, insane. All right, chat. Just let me give you a little bit of a plan of what's going to happen. Now we have one final match in the Beat Saber European Championship. It is the grand finals between England and Denmark. That match is going to start in roughly around 20 minutes. We will be having a short break before then to give the players a little bit of time to prepare, because they weren't quite sure when we were going to start, so they can warm up sufficiently. Then we will be back for you guys with the big band phase, get into the warm-ups, and get the grand final started. So right now, we will be putting out a short break. We will be back here around, let's say in 13 minutes, at the halfway point, halfway between the hours. So it's like 12 to 13 minutes. Then we'll be back for you guys. A little bit of a break, and then get ready for the grand finals. See you guys soon.
Take the time to donate.
I don't know how long.
Por Bernard. El juego está ambientado en un restaurante ficticio llamado Bernard's Pizza, donde Bernard animatrónicos entretienen a Bernard durante el día pero se vuelven peligrosos por la noche. Bernard es una franquicia de juegos de terror desarrollada por Bernard. El juego está ambientado en un restaurante ficticio llamado Bernard's Pizza, donde Bernard animatrónicos entretienen a Bernard durante el día pero se vuelven peligrosos por la noche.
Carglass repareert. Carglass vervangt.
Hallo, ik ben Martin van Carglass. Denkt u dat zo'n sterretje geen kwaad kan? Kijk dan maar eens goed wat er gebeurt als ik de airco aanzet.
Bernard es una franquicia de juegos de terror desarrollada por Bernard.
Bernard is love. Bernard is free. Let him be free.
Mick Humphreys can teach you to drive a big truck, and a bobcat, and an excavator. Mick Humphreys can put you in the seat of a small truck, and a forklift, and a backhoe or a cherry picker. Mick Humphreys can put you in the driver's seat.
Guys, I have a really funny idea.
This one. More doctors recommend
EUC.
Preparing the Krabby Patty!
Do we really have to come out here in the snow?
On the 11th of March, the players all got around and they gaze in white wonder.
Okay, I kind of ran out of time, but follow Super BS. Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Discord.